This morning, my intent is to do an advanced meditation. It's very important that you do not set out to do these advanced meditations before you spend a sufficient amount of time in the lower level meditations. You cannot look at this from a human standpoint as being a challenge. I want to see if I can comprehend it. I want to see where it takes me or what I get out of it. It was interesting. I had a friend of mine who is an editor for a major news organization. And for some reason, she decided she wanted to do an advanced meditation. She told me it makes absolutely no sense. Well, it doesn't make any sense because it's from a spiritual point. It is not an intellectual thing. If it was intellectual, she could easily have understood it. And several people are like that as well that I've run into over the years. They understand things on an intellectual, on a human basis, but on a spiritual basis, that has to be awakened. And the way you awaken it so you can start understanding the higher levels is through completing the lower levels. So then how do we know when we've completed lower levels? It's truly a labor. A level 1 maybe took me 4 months, 6 months to get through it, and I'm a fairly fast learner. But you have to do it until you get to the point where you feel that sense of, yeah, I really have this. Not just where you understand it, but you believe it down to your soul. You understand the implications of it. You understand the truth to it. It's a realization, not a comprehension. Or maybe it's a vast comprehension. So when you look at your advanced meditations, the first thing we have to look at is humanhood. The reason we have to throw so many things away, I've seen people over the years that have completely become obsessed with things in their lives, and they don't even realize it. They're obsessed with sports. They're obsessed with the way they live their life. They're obsessed with the reality that they have created or allowed to be created for them by others. And those realities can very easily become extreme. You know, if you think about the extreme examples, cases of serial killers, cases of people that are hoarders, cases of people that have various negative addictions, positive addictions, that spend all day obsessing over something. Now, those are extreme. And then there's many other people that spend portions of their days in worry and fear, anxiety, or in pleasure, thinking about their garden, thinking about cleaning their house, thinking about whatever it is, their kids. And there's nothing wrong with thinking about those things, but they should not be your life. And then let's talk about worshiping. So worshiping, when you truly worship at a high level, it's not sitting in the front and memorizing all the songs and rehearsing everything and cleaning yourself from everything for the week and then returning the next week and you commence again. You go back and you get your cleaning, your spiritual cleaning. This is not an awakening. It gives you some degree of it. It gives you a degree of realization, but it is at a very, very low level. The higher level are the ones that go in and they've surrendered to God. They go in and they let themselves be the tool from which things flow. They let the omnipresence of the Spirit, of our Creator, of our infinite Creator, flow out from them. Now, when we do this, then we become connected in the oneness that we are all after. Until that time, we have to come through the various stages. So let's talk about how we get to the oneness. We get to that point. You can do it in a church or a mosque or a synagogue or wherever you may go, or you can do it at your house. It's not easy because you have however long your life has been of training that you go to church, you punch a clock, and you've cleaned yourself for the week. You say a few rehearsed prayers at night or before meals, and all that's good, but it doesn't really do the trick. Your life is still the same. I still have my worries. I still have my anxieties. I haven't quite made the connection. I feel like my life is a constant state of worry and trying to force my will, trying to force my way onto the world that I live in. And again, this becomes a source of frustration for most people. So the way we do this is we relax. We allow ourselves to become open, to drift deeper and deeper. If there are things that flow into our mind, we simply let them flow by. We don't hold on to any thoughts or ideas or future plans or past events. We let them float by. And as we do this, they become less and less powerful. What this gives us a chance to do is to clear our mind. And we'll notice that as we do this, the longer we do this, the more our mind becomes blank. Our world is a state of peace. We allow ourselves to fade into, to merge into the omnipresence. The omnipresence is all around us. It is the way things truly are. We allow it to flow out from us, into us, and out from us like a waterfall. The omnipresence that's always been there and always will be there. The infinity from which we were created has always been there. Few people find it, but we're there now. We can take the satisfaction in knowing that we are in a pure state. There is no corruption. There are no thoughts coming in that are from the outside world. They're presentations that have faded away for us not to acknowledge, and they just pass because we have allowed the omnipresence to come into us, to completely control us, to take over and give us that sense of peace, that sense of complete harmony. We can look out into the vastness, the deep in front of us, and it just continues on and on and on, as it has throughout all time. The infinity of our Creator, the infinity of all that it was created, the atoms, the galaxies, the universe, the multiple universes, our world, a beautiful flower, beautiful butterfly, mountains, all of the beauty that was created. We are a part of that. We allow this omnipresence to flow through us, to become us, to work with us throughout the day. We simply have decided to put on the robe of the omnipresence and make it our life. We look deep into this vast creation, this vast cavern that has created everything that is real. And we're leaving behind all those things that were in our humanhood so we can have a life the way God designed it to be. A life of purity, a life of harmony, a life in which God flows into us and out from us. God is our intelligence. God is our energy. God is our love. God is our understanding, flowing out from us for all times. We are truly infinite. We have always been there, and we always will be there, flowing into and out to the world like a beautiful waterfall of energy and harmony. Meditate on that.